welcome to A Web of Stories. I am Melinda, and I am here with... Okay, can you talk a little louder, please?
Okay.
So this is take two. He was yelling the first time, and we told him not to yell. So just talk your normal voice, please.
Okay.
And you are?
Me.
And what's your name?
Me.
This is Chris, my 12-year-old son. He's in the 6th grade. And the way this works is I have a deck of lit chat cards. Chris is going to pull a couple, and I'm going to answer them. So I don't know what he's going to ask. So
Okay.
he says he has a ritual. I don't know what it is.
Eeny, meeny, miny, moe.
You picked 2.
Yeah.
You picked like 4, actually. The Heart is a Lonely Hunter. I have not read that.
Where do you get your book recommendations, bestseller lists, magazine and newspaper reviews, old-fashioned word of mouth?
I get my recommendations from a lot of places. In fact, this is a timely question because we're filming this on February 1st. And on Goodreads, they had 2023 releases for Black History Month. So I've been going through those and looking at them and adding books that sound interesting. So I find recommendations in places like that. BookTube, obviously, I get recommendations from there. I listen to a lot of podcasts. I listen to several book podcasts. I will say my two favorite. The two, because I like all of them. They all offer something different. But the two that always get pushed to the top of my queue and that I make a point of never missing are Book Cougars. And I think that every recommendation I've gotten from them has been great. So Book Cougars and the Currently Reading podcast. So I get a lot of recommendations from both of those. And also I talk with friends, and so a lot of word of mouth. I don't pay attention to bestseller lists. I'm going to be honest. In fact, I like books that kind of fly under the bestseller list a lot of the time. So, okay, what's the next part of that question?
Have you ever recommended a book that you didn't enjoy? Do you still trust your sources?
Please see that question. Have I ever recommended a book or been recommended a book? Have I ever
recommended a book?
Have you ever read a recommended book that you didn't enjoy? So that changes the question.
Okay.
Of course I have. One place where I get recommendations is the My TBR service through Book Riot, and most of those have been great. There have been some that have been not so great. Yeah. So, I mean, no reader is the same. So even someone who I think has really similar tastes to me, I think that even we might have a couple books that we split on. So, yeah. And do I trust of course I trust my sources. One recommendation I don't agree with is not going to break it. Now, if it's more than one, then yeah, that's an issue. It's not even a bad issue. It's just something to know. And maybe they're like my anti-book twin, and maybe I need to listen for books that they don't like, and maybe those will be ones that I do like. So who knows?
Yeah, like every book that they recommend is their favorite. It's your least favorite.
Could be. Do you want to do another one?
Yes.
Wait, I didn't get all the books out here. In fact, I think we might have done some of these, but we'll see. Hopefully we don't get one we've already done. I've been trying to pull those.
Miny, moe. Wait,
The Invisible Man, which I also have not read.
Have you ever read a book that changed how you viewed the world? In what way?
Oh my goodness. So that's one I got to think about. A book that's changed the way I viewed the world. I will say I read frequently. Well, I try to read diversely. So, of course, that changes how I see the world because I'm seeing the world through different people's eyes. But I also try to read, fairly regularly, like a handful a year, anti-racism books. And, that really does, because there are things as a cis white woman that I don't even know are there. And reading their experiences and then calling out what to them is hurtful or offensive really opens my eyes. So yeah, I think almost all books will change the way you look at the world a little bit.
Do you enjoy books that challenge you? Why or why not?
Depends why they're challenging me. If they're challenging me by being a challenging reading experience, those books that don't use punctuation, yeah, I don't like those. But if it's challenging me on making me question things or making me look at things in a different way, then yeah, I do enjoy them.
Okay.
Was that all? Is that the question? Both questions?
Yeesh.
Okay, So, before we go, let's do a little check-in with you. What are you reading these days?
I'm reading
What are you reading in school? Are you reading anything in school right now?
My Storied Year.
My Storied Year.
Have you heard of it?
Sounds familiar.
Hmm.
It's kind of a weird time to ask him this question because they're right at the end of the semester. So he has one more day of the first semester and then a 4-day weekend, and then we'll start for the second semester. You're still reading The Crystal Shard with your dad?
Yes.
Yeah. So, and Lily is reading the second Amari book. So I'm sure that will be handed to me soon, which I'm looking forward to because I do like Amari. Chris, we've lost Chris.
Goodbye.
We've lost Chris. So that's what Lily's reading now. And we went to Target and she found the manga section, so she bought herself some manga books. So yeah, that's what she's reading now. And since I've lost my co-host, I will end this now. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more of whatever this was, hit the like button and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks a lot.
Goodbye.